bad. Oh my god, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. The lights went out, man. That was Con Edison, man. They, you know what I mean? They said, you need $17 more on that bill, bro. You need 17.
They took his light money and bought Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nah, man, that's them chopsticks. He was eating that egg foo young, man, and he hit the key. A little egg roll or something, a little egg roll on top of the keyboard where he can pick it up, bite it quick, and put it down and type at the same time.
No respect for the police.
Man,
Ian still in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
My bad, brother. I'm sorry, man. Ghetto pop.
Hey, Ian, you gotta get in where you fit in, player. Just jump in. We want to say something.
Get it, man. He gonna get his first time out here. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, Z, I'm ready for BGST. I said, now you gotta get your feet wet a little bit, man. Hey, yo, as soon as he said something negative about the Xbox, pre-making him and crap, they gonna tear his ass up, man.
Take it from me.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I have tried my damnedest.
Yeah, neither's I now, but you know what I mean? They be a little setback.
Shut the fuck up, Neithles.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. As you guys come in again, hit the like button. My PC and everything we started on me, man, rebooted, man. So I'm back up, shaking and rolling. As you guys come in, hit the thing. Let me actually put part 2 right here. Let them know here. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, show got cut off. Cut off here.
Big ups to 6996. He said we doing a RDR2 circle jerk up in here.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, y'all bugs is mad. Hey, yo, all these God of War. Hey, look, your boy just beat it. You know, I'm with y'all a little bit, but man, you got.
Okay, we don't do those God of War circle jerks.
Yeah,
they say Z just got back from Lady Foot Locker.
They don't respect me.
Yo, shout out to the chat. The chat be cracking.
Hey, man. As always, man, best chat of the world, man.
You know I ain't got no morale, man. Motherfuckers paid me $75 a month to keep crap off of the moderate, man. Hey, yo, crap called me. Hey, yo, Z, what's the deal? I'm not the boss. I said, man, listen here, man. Bro, baby need new shoes, man. They said the brothers.
This is a business.
Hey, yo, the brothers, man, said you being kind of biased in the chat, man. You know what I mean? You keep banning the good brothers, man. Z, it's like that.
Yeah,
it's business. It's never when they need around. It's business.
It's never personal.
It's never personal. I dumped on them. I ain't heard from Crap since, man. Crap ain't called my line since that was about a year and a half ago. But anyway, as you guys come in, hit the like button. We're gonna. I guess I don't know what the hell y'all was saying before we got.
What was you saying, Post?
I'm gonna pick it up where I left off.
Okay.
And that is that prior to the Xbox X even coming out and the rumor swirling, it was said Microsoft is never going to put a 6 teraflop GPU in a console, and if it is, it's going to be $1,000. That was a lie. They said the console will never be able to do native 4K, let alone 4K 30 or 60. That was a lie. They said it will never run an open world game in native 4K. That was a lie. The fact that it runs a lot of games in 4K 60, that was a lie. So now, since they can't harp on that, since they can't clown us on checkerboard rendering or dynamic resolution, the only thing they can say right now is, y'all treating it like it's an exclusive. What is this? Oh, Rockstar get the W because they did it. Microsoft game developed to do it. Well, Microsoft gave them the hardware to do it. So both of them,
they can't do it on yours. And you got the marketing rights. hey yo, you know how they said, boss? You know what they said? Post up. Thank you for beta testing PUBG. Hey, Sony, thank you for giving Rockstar the money to do the enhancement.
We're going too far.
I don't want to hear any of your contract shit. I don't want to hear any of that.
I'm on the contract.
I want to hear any of that shit.
I'm on the contract.
They gonna get this work.
They gonna get this work.
Hey, listen here, right? I'm going to listen to my ponies out there. We're going to let them have that, right? But guess what? The Xbox community is so toxic.
Oh, fuck you.
That win was overshadowed by the dealings of Colt
Yeah, my nigga. Y'all took the W, then lost that shit.
Yeah, or morale. You know, my integrity is always in question. So you know what? Blame it on dealer and blame it on for overshadowing.
This bug lower than the snake's belly, man. You wouldn't know.
Almost had it, man.
Bro.
Man, he always has his drafts ready.
Hey, you know how I'm rocking. But on this serious note, right? Now we see the media. I hate to say media bias, but the media is now, changing their tune, right? Tune. They say now, Red Dead Redemption, in 2018, I believe it was Polygon and stuff. You have an article up saying, 2018, now it's time to buy the Xbox One. You also had the guy, the big Sony guy with IGN. I've been saying for years, that's Sony Pony Heaven. Haven over there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just switch over.
Now, this is what I'm going to say, right? Without voiding my contract. In all fairness, this is the first game that's come out since the X and the Pro have been on the market. Do games look better on the X? A little better, whatever the case.
Hold on.
I would.
Z,
yes.
Z, going back on your comment, it's not why you should buy it. It makes more sense why you should buy one.
Well, I'm just saying overall.
A lot more.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I'm just.
But we had to wait a year.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But this is the only game.
Well, okay.
What about Fortnite, huh?
No, this is what I'm trying to say.
Why don't you just throw Sea of Thieves in there with Fortnite?
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying.
I mean,
go.
But my thing is, look, we're now settling for graphics and what games look like because it's better on the X, because it plays better on X. That's what Xbox is telling us too, because it plays better. But where are the games? And it's now we're settling for meter accurate for subpar games. And I don't see what's wrong telling and asking Xbox, where are the games? Where are these studios? There's supposed to be this quadruple studio opening up out here where I live in Santa Monica. For them to make those games, it's going to take 6 to 8 years. And that's what Rockstar just hit. But it's going to take 6 to 8 years. People better, if they're going to set that bar with Rockstar, they're going to be disappointed with a lot of games coming up because they're not going to be hitting that. And I think Xbox is going to come out of the gate with the next generation very slow because now they're acquiring these studios and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. And Sony's gearing up right now. There's no reason why Microsoft has been lacking in these games. We've had a drought too long. And now it's no exclusives because now you can play anywhere. And now it's becoming a streaming service.
Listen here, Ian. Listen here, Ian. Is it all right? Hold on, before y'all,
we gotta pay the bill.
We gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, they about to beat the shit out my man Ian on the chat. Hold on,
go ahead.
Yo, shout out to Von Lamont with the phone 99. He said Xbox gamers suck at games. Took Moss, Mighty Moss, give me up 2K. Hold on. And I vouch for this. Sorry, fuck now. I'm throwing my bro under the bus. It took him 8 months to beat God of War on Purple Rain. Okay. He said y'all spend too much time talking graphics and not enough playing video games. So now we want to.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, man, that's what
let me clear my name. Let me clear my name. Let me clear my name. You know what? I really didn't even want to go here. I was playing with y'all ponies talking about I like God of War. You know why it took me 8 months? Because I couldn't stomach that shit. I kept throwing up every time I played that damn thing. That's why now.
Shout out to Chad Man 23. Shout out to Chad Man 3 with the $2 high. He said PC and Sony gonna sell more copies, honestly, on Red Dead Redemption 2.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. We got some interesting numbers. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Playing Red Dead though, he couldn't find a door. It was telling this nigga to press.
Oh, y'all good, man. I know what's going
on. This dude Z couldn't even open the barn door.
Hey, yo, man, what's going on?
It literally press Y. This
hey, man, I ain't played Red Dead in about 35 years, man.
He's like, how you open the door?
Button prompt
to the back of the barn.
I ain't seen no button prompt. I ain't let it
How you open the door? Oh, man.
Listen.
Hey, Mars saved again by Z's antics, man.
Hold up, bro, man. Listen, when I walked to the barn door, first one was pitch black. It wasn't nothing. It ain't say open the goddamn. Ain't no yellow. Ain't no press Y. Man, I must have missed it. I must have been getting high.
Hey, told Z to open the barn door. He ran around to the back of the barn.
I had to watch my surroundings. But listen, my man Ian went on a long rant right now, right? He just swallowed his bottle of curse.
This is not gonna be an RIP podcast. We're taking this W.
Okay,
let's go, Nathan. Let's go, Nathan.
We're taking this W.
But this is what I gotta say.
Look, you can take the W all you want.
Oh shit!
But until we have games.
Hey, listen here, Ian. The place don't have games, right? What was their slogan? Greatness awaits. So true greatness.
Well, we're gonna let them two go. Let Nathan and go.
Greatness can await.
X is so powerful. I keep dropping the internet in my controller constantly.
Hey, come on. Hey, I like this guy, Ian. I like him.
Yeah, he ain't bad.
Hey, look.
You ain't gonna take that, are you, Nathan? You ain't gonna take
that. The reason we buy these systems is for the exclusives. Why did we originally go out? Because they had Halo, they had Gears of War, they had Forza. We don't have this. They keep remaking these games, and now Gears is starting to find. It's just raw. I mean, how many more Gears are we gonna have? And now they're just calling it Gears 5. They're not even calling it Gears of War.
Hey, Ian, can I give you a warning, bro? You talking about going on BGST? K Mega gonna be like, hey, what's your pants size?
Oh yeah.
K Mega gonna tear you up, bro.
No, you're not reading that one.
Hold on, shout out.
You're not reading that one.
Hold on.
Shout
out to Volamont with the $4.99. He say, I heard Nethus and Lil Redbone be role playing Brokeback Mountains while playing Red Dead. Supposed to be watching the horse balls shrinking in the game.
Okay, now listen. This is what I had to say, right? And I'm
real disrespectful.
Shout out to Lamont getting drunk in the chat as always.
Getting drunk, man. He got the yak.
He might get that glass dick in his mouth, right? You know, you know he's doing multiplayer last week, man. My man, one stop did a line of coke on the end. Camera came. Damn. He said, "Oh shit, we still live?" I said,
we did hear a lot of sniffling, didn't we?
Yeah,
he started sucking his teeth. Oh shit!
He said, yo. He did
that line of coke like the Earth is flat.
Hey, but now what I was trying to say, right? At the end of the day, right? What media are now saying, and it is what it is. Once they changing their tone or whatever, this is. I'm saying, I'm gonna be honest with you again. This is the first game that I can honestly say, if you're not, I say a diehard an Xbox guy, whatever the case may be, or it's not someone that wants the best. If you have a pro, it wasn't that big of a difference. There is a huge difference between Red Dead Redemption on the X and Red Dead Redemption on the Pro. This is the first game I can honestly say that. But you don't need Digital Foundry with the $12,000 computers with the side by. You know how they do. And again, I'll tell you guys, I can't tell the difference between native 4K or upscale 4K. It's not a big deal to me. But he said, graphically or whatever the case, or visually, it's a huge difference. Okay. Now, this is what I'm saying. Now you have media saying that, hey, now was the time to get a Xbox One in 2018, right? Microsoft, here's my one going. Microsoft, they kind of dropped the ball at launch.
Yeah.
Because again, you have third party taking better advantage of your hardware than actually Microsoft did.
Yeah.
And why is that the case? You know what I mean? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I always say that when the Xbox dropped, it should have dropped with a game that kind of, set the bar in terms of what the system was going to be capable of doing. I always said that Forza 7 was not enough, even though it was a great looking game. It was not enough. It was not enough in terms to push the envelope to get people to go out and purchase the system. And then we are at this point now where Rockstar, where a third party game company is taking better advantage of a system that your first party helped create and build. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. Let me say this too. No, big ups to my homie Ian. He did hit a good note. But we can't have short-term memory here. Phil told us a while ago with Kotaku. He said, man, he was like, look, I'm not trying. He's like, I don't want you to keep buying consoles year after year after year. That's what he told Kotaku. What happened was Satya came into power. Satya wanted to cut down expenses and focus on what he feels is going to make the money, which is the cloud-based gaming. They had to cut down on a lot of resources in a lot of ways, selling consoles because they don't have a third-party hardware deals like Sony. We got to remember, Sony be making DVDs and all satellites and all types of crazy shit. They got manufacturing deals out the ass. Microsoft don't have that, so they don't be making money off these consoles like Sony do. So because of that, they just created a console that would play your multiplats the best, kind of like a beefed-up PC. And then they're setting all their gears for next generation. Now, like Ian said, there's going to be a lull at the beginning. But I think if they make the right moves, if they make the right acquisitions, they can have teams like Obsidian or Ninja Theory that can pump out games in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? While the quadruple A teams really pump out the hardcore shit. It's all about how they manage their resources, and they got to do better than what they've done the last few years.
Yeah. I mean, we gave Sony a few years to get their
absolutely
games. We can get fucked a few years.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, okay, here's the thing. And now listen, I gotta be real here, right? Going back to that chart, right? You know, again, for those who are just joining, I found the link, but about what I had with the guy John Petty, the industry analyst, and we talking about when I just talking.
Big up to John.
Yeah, shout out to him. And again, for those who are just joining, some Xbox guys that were discrediting that, for those that did watch it, you know what I mean? A lot of information in there. Those weren't the number. Sony didn't sell 99 million units. They bought 99 million, or AMD
chips.
Sold 99 x86 GPUs to them. Microsoft bought 36 million GPUs from, chips, whatever, APUs, I'm sorry, from AMD, down to less than 1%, give us way up or down, right? So that was that. So that's not even, they say they didn't ship 99, they just what they bought. And yada yada. So this is what it is. But if you look at those the last 2.5 years, when I started to become vocal about what the hell going on with the Xbox and shit on this movie, you know what I mean? And the one thing the guy said, he just said it's all about the games. You know what I mean? And you look at the last 2.5 years from Microsoft, it's been very, very abysmal. Like, that's just the fucking facts. Now,
I see what you're doing, Lee. I see what you're doing. You bring up these numbers, and then one stop joins. I see what you're doing.
No.
I see what you're doing.
No, you look at the chart. They went from
no.
They went from
you set this shit up. You put up this chart, and I see one stop for gamers. Just join this.
No.
Nah, you brought up backup.
No. I didn't even one stop in here. I didn't even know it was in here.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If you look at they went from buying let's say 8 million. Then they're dying to buying 4 million and 4 million. This is after the Xbox come out. Look at the games they have in the last 2.5 years. So as gamers, we're very fickle. You can say what you want about the Wii U bomb, right? But when the Switch came out, they had, I don't care for that shit. They had those games that their fans like, whatever it was, Mario's, the Donkey Head, all that shit there. Now, if we're gonna it's gonna take these studios a while to put these games out. Let's say if next generation starts next year, you know what I mean? How long? Like I said, motherfuckers get restless. We gotta wait for these big games to come out.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be that long. Like I said, Ninja Theory was working on something way before Microsoft acquired them. They got two projects in the making. A lot of their studios now are working on multiple projects now, which is something we spoke about months ago, Z, and called flack for. And now them same people who was throwing shade is praising this shit now. So I think we're gonna see games a little bit quicker than what most people think. I think in terms of compulsion games, I don't know if they was working on it. I think it might be a while for us seeing something for them. But from Ninja Theory standpoint, Aaron Greenberg, whole marketing team just paid them a visit. So I know they got something that's probably ready to show at the point.
Exactly.
The initiative, they're still hiring right now. I don't think they got their team fully established yet. And then it's going to be, I know everybody expecting Playground. They already say it's going to be a while before we figure out whatever they is that they're working on. So it's some truth to that. But some of the studios might be ready. Some is going to take a while.
See, look, they're going, at the gate, they're going to come out with Halo. Right, it looks like that new Halo is going to come out close to release. All right, and then if Obsidian, if that's beyond a rumor, Obsidian's known to pump out good quality games within like 3 years. Me, Z, and Nethos went over that in our last shameless plug XBF podcast. You know what I'm saying? That Obsidian got a whole line of shit, and they be pumping them out every 2 to 3 years. So, you know, you got the Halo joint, then you got Obsidian dropping something. Then, you know, you got... Clo Brill said that if it goes through, it's stated in the contract that Obsidian can expand beyond their 200 members. So he said most likely they're going to become a 2-team studio. So you got multiple games being pumped out. And we all know Obsidian for being able to hit deadline even under extreme circumstances. Extreme. You don't believe it? Read the book that changed my gaming life. Telling you.
Well, what the hell happened most without the book?
The book that changed my gaming life, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels by Jason Schreier. Read that book and it'll let you know how bad Obsidian is.
What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. So say something again. Sound like a little Barry White there a little bit. Say it again.
Mic check.
Yeah, you're coming through clear. What's going on, good brother? How you feeling today?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, my brother.
Okay, all right. Okay, good point. But listen, something I want to show here. Now we're going to talk about this also. You know, I gotta be fair, right? I'm gonna try my best to be fair. So Sony has the marketing rights for Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't see this coming, and this doesn't speak for, I say, the world, Craig. But right now on Amazon, Red Dead Redemption 2 is #1 on Xbox.
Woo!
How did that happen?
Oh shit! Where everybody else go? Everybody dead and shit. Whoa.
Let me share my screen.
I'm here.
How did that happen?
Look, this is a good thing. From my understanding, is I know it's still going to sell more on the PlayStation.
No doubt.
I'm saying this because you know the larger install base. But for what I've seen on Twitter and these forums, is when people looking at these comparisons on YouTube, you can't watch these comparisons on YouTube because you're not going to see enough difference.
Oh yeah.
From what I'm looking at, people who actually have seen the Pro version and X version in real life, they're going to the store, especially with this trade-in thing Microsoft got going on. I'm seeing a lot of people keep their Pro and go and get an X. Yeah. I've seen people who traded in their PS4 Slim and in a couple games or their OG Xbox to get an X for this specific game. Now, I'm not saying this happening at an astronomical rate, but I'm just saying I'm seeing people going to buy the X based on how this game looks on the X.
Of course,
the IGN dude put in 12 hours on the Pro. He was willing to dump that 12 hours, go get him the all-white Xbox X that they just came out with, and start all over for it.
Look, if you got the money,
I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen.
Okay, go ahead.
I can tell you what's gonna happen. The same thing's gonna happen is when everybody started trading in their S's to get an X. See, this is what happens when you're dealing with the community of Xbox. And I'm not gonna get a litty because I don't think it's a litty. This ain't one of those lit podcasts.
We could get lit. We could get there. Come on, let's go there.
I think a post got ammo.
Wait. We got the green light.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Look, man. Look, they're trying to.
Let me tell you. When the MPDs come out, I'm willing to put money on this. How much you want to bet you don't see a dramatic increase in sales for Microsoft? You know why? Because the people that's going to really be trading in anything are going to be Microsoft fans. That's what Microsoft has molded their audience to do and be. That's why they keep recycling their own fan base. They put out the Xbox OG. Guess what they made y'all go out there and do? Buy another console, which was the S. Then they turn around and what they made you do again, go out there and buy X. They recycle the same thing to their own fan base. So they only
Sony do the same thing.
But one stop.
No.
One stop to that point though, bro.
Sony doing the same thing.
Hold on.
Sony put out the OG PS4.
Nintendo
does the same. PS4
they all do the same thing.
Hold on.
They put out 2 versions of VR.
No, okay. Y'all gonna let me explain it or no?
Go ahead.
All right, there is a difference. When Sony brought out the Slim, ain't nobody went out there to buy the same system that had no upgrades, no nothing in it. That was a replacement system. So when
what?
So you rather than put out a piece of hardware with no advantage over the previous hardware?
Wait.
How does that make any sense?
Wait. How many limited editions consoles Sony put out this year? And PS fans went and rebought.
And then my man wants to stop hit that coke again. Hit that coke, hit that wrong. Hey, one stop hit that wrong again.
Hold on.
The only the only coke that I hear, the only time I get high is when I inhale really hard on my shit box. My shit box gets high. That's it.
One stop would prefer it if they take away features like they did on the Slim.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Took away a whole feature.
You're comparing a replacement system with a system that actually had upgrades in it. It wasn't a big upgrade. We know.
What?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So I didn't go out there and buy no Slim. It didn't do nothing different for me.
Let's try this. Let's try this way. One stop.
How?
The Slim was the same as the OG Xbox. It was just put in a smaller case, and the CPU and GPU megahertz was tweaked. Was no hardware changes in the S. So what upgrades are you talking about, player?
Okay. So you can actually get upscale 4K on the OG Xbox. Can you or can't you?
Oh shit!
You have to change hardware to obtain that, bro.
They did not change any.
How you gonna tell me? I built my own PC. You have to change hardware to get that, bro.
I build PCs too.
Well, you should know this. You should know that.
What did they change?
Oh my God! Now you don't know what they changed.
What did they change?
You have to change the GPU, do you not? In order to get better.
No.
The GPU didn't change.
What you mean no?
The GPU no. It just got a boost.
It got a boost, right?
It got a boost.
It
got a boost, right?
It got a boost in megahertz, and it was more optimized. That's why I was able to do the upscale.
So is that the same as the OG, or is there a difference? That's the same.
It's the same because
oh my God, do that for the OG Xbox. Oh my God, man, it's the same.
Hold on, it's no difference in hardware. The OG Xbox had the power brick shit.
Well, y'all don't know shit about PCs, bro.
You mean there's a difference?
Y'all exposing yourself. Listen. What I'm saying is, you can buy a GT. Listen, you can buy a GTX right now that don't have overclock, and you can buy a GTX right now that do. You telling me they're the same?
The chip was the same. The only thing that
changed.
No,
that ain't what I asked you. Is that the same? An overclocked GPU and a GPU that ain't got overclock is the same to y'all. Is that the same?
It's the same hardware. It's just tweaked. It's just tweaked.
That ain't the same. That ain't the same because they do not do the same thing.
Hold on. What's up? The only thing that changed on the S is the size of the GPU shrunk.
Right. So it costs less. Listen. Okay. Yeah, I know it costs less. That's common knowledge there. That's the reason why Sony was able to replace their PlayStation with a Slim without tweaking, without doing what Microsoft tried. What Microsoft y'all are trying to.
They removed stuff from the Slim. What is you talking about? They removed stuff from the Slim. What is you talking about?
Hold on.
Let's go. One stop.
Breathe. All right, they removed stuff. They removed that dog shit. Yes, they did. You wouldn't have to remove nothing if it ain't dog shit. So they removed the dog shit out there. Yes, I agree.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. What's stopping it with this bullshit?
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Oh man.
You know what it is.
Back to my original question, right?
Go ahead, bro.
And maybe Ian, I want to get his 2 cents in here. First time on the show. Ian, all right, so again, we see the big discrepancy between Red Dead Redemption 2.
This boy's a fool, man.
Now I have here. This is the Amazon chart. Sales, and again, $60 a physical type beat. Now, when you look at, I don't know if you check, but when Amazon bestsellers, these $10 point cards from Sony are always number one. I will say that the fact that, again, what a fraction, I won't even say half, less than half of the install base of the PlayStation 4, this is something monumental. You know what I mean? I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With the, like I said, with the huge install base of Sony, and again beating out these little point cards, #1 on Amazon bestsellers. Now, I mean, I don't know if that will affect the MPD. I don't expect Microsoft to win October's MPD because again, Sony does have those PS4 Pro bundles with Red Dead Redemption.
Look, man, I'm gonna take some damage control from the chat. The reason the Xbox version is #1 is because the PS4 version's sold out.
No shit, there you go. Well, whatever the case
sold out.
Ain't that's PlayStation Store cards next to what is it? Oh, they buying it. Yeah, they 60 and 10. That's 60. Yeah, they buying PlayStation. They're buying
the digital version. There you
go. Yeah, there you go. They buying digital. Hey, that's what the Xbox be saying, ain't it? They be like, oh yeah, everybody bought a digital. Nah, man. I'm gonna be real. What we're witnessing right now is the power of Rockstar, man. Rockstar will make a game sell no matter what platform they put it on. Everybody gonna eat off this. Sony, Microsoft, and anybody else who get that motherfucker for real.
Except for Nintendo.
That's facts.
But to be fair, we're going to point out this Amazon chart. You have to look at what's happening at the UK, where the PS4 version was 63% of the total sales.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, PlayStation got a.
If you look up that article over there, the PlayStation version killed in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's expected.
But okay, now, like I said, I asked the members on BGST this, and again, I know their integrity is on question, but I'm gonna ask you guys here: is this something now going forward? The console been out for a year, where developers are going to start third party to really utilize because again, to be fair, those like Assassin's Creed or Shadowmore, they shouldn't be like a little bit negligible. It should be with one console is 40% more powerful. It should be night and day like it is with Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you think that now going forward, this is going to be what we're going to see from like Anthem, what else big game, or Division 2, or it's just a true testament of Rockstar and them just.
I think it's a mix of both because like Rockstar is the ones who really care about this stuff because you have to realize when they release a game, they don't do like big patches. Yeah. They do patches to fix the game, obviously, but they don't do like enhancements. Like look at GTA 5. No matter how good that game sells, they will not do an X or Pro enhancement on it. But games coming from like EA and stuff, I do expect to see a difference because EA, they probably will put a lot into Anthem, and I'm sure BioWare will probably take the extra time and effort, kind of like Rockstar, but I don't see that as a common trend. Kind of few and far between.
I will say this. I think this is going to be a trend. Okay. And when you have a prestigious studio such as Rockstar that went out and did this, because they could have played it safe here. But to me, what this looks like is that they utilized the full power of the Xbox X and what it's capable of doing. And then on the S version, they did what it was able to do. It was able to do instead of allowing the S version to dictate what the X would do. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the disparity between the X and the S and the Pro. I think when you have a prestigious studio of this caliber that's willing to show that and do that despite the marketing situation, that should edge other developers to do the same because developers do like competing with each other. I've heard a few interviews where developers look at what other companies doing and they want to outdo them. So I'm pretty sure the developer community is looking at what they've done here, and I'm pretty sure either Naughty Dog or whatever one of them studios out there is going to try to outdo that, and that's going to bode well for us.
Yeah, I sort of disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. The problem is, and it's wishful thinking. Now, I wish what you're saying could happen. I think all real gamers wish what you're saying could happen. The problem is with that is everybody is not Rockstar.
Yeah, I agree with you saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they take advantage of it, but it's going to take time.
Yeah.
A game like that, it's not going to happen in a 3 or 4 year span. It's going to take 6 to 8 years for another game to come along as good as Red Dead Redemption is, and it's going to take time. And I think people are going to have to realize that, and people are not patient, and they want their games now. you know, and but it's true. We live in a society where we want things now.
Yeah, the instant gratification.
Yeah, the instant gratification. You know, we got to have it now. And a lot of people are not going to be patient enough. And Rockstar doesn't care. They do their own thing. They take time into the detail of the game and the story. And they've done this in the past, just not with Red Dead, but with GTA. They've always taken it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
They just set the bar, and now, you know, hopefully other, you know, companies will step up and do it, but it's going to take time.
The reason why I said this, and I'm gonna get this point across, and y'all can speak. The reason why I say that is because I'm gonna go back to the DX12 thing when Microsoft first announced DX12 for the Xbox, and the fanboys was happy, and they were assuming it was gonna be an instant gratification thing where they're gonna start seeing difference in games. But what happened was, from a technical standpoint, it wasn't no engines built. It wasn't no engines at the time from the developer standpoint that was built from the ground up for DX12. So even though the Xbox got their feature, it was no engines in place to take full advantage of it. But now you see the studios from EA, you can get Unreal Engine and use DX12 as its base renderer. I think the Frostbite engine used DX12 as its renderer. So I think moving forward and moving even into the next generation, as you get engines that's built from the ground up to use DX12, then we're gonna start seeing a difference in what that's able to do with the box. Right,
okay. So let me go a little left with this in connection to this, but this is something that me and Butter was talking about. Is another aspect of this whole thing. The reason why it's going to be difficult to see other developers do this is because look what Rockstar was willing to do. Yeah. They was willing to hire 3,000 people to do this shit, right? To the sum of like what $647 million, right? Yeah. And then they were also willing to have people work to the point to where wives were writing letters to the
700 voice actors.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, this is like, I think another thing that we were talking about too is that we need the industry, the game community, to not just do what like Ian was saying, which is we want it now, and they're just focusing on cranking the stuff out with the current technology. They got to start working on engines that also allow the developers to be able to do multiple things with simple coding. You know what I'm saying? To where right now, as the technology gets better for us, it gets more difficult for the developers, and then it's going to take 3,000 people 6-7 years, and it's possible. People that worked on like Doom, I forgot my man's name, Carmack, I think it is. There was people like him out there back in the day that was helping develop these engines that make them more powerful, but make them a lot more user friendly. So we as gamers, if we want more of these quadruple A games in a shorter amount of time, we got to do a little bit better to understand what happens behind the scenes and start asking them to start creating better technology again.
Well, the thing is, Moss, is that I go back to DX12. One of the features with DX12, it allows developers to spread the workload across multiple cores. Okay. In the past, developers had these multi-core CPUs, but they was only, you have a CPU with 8 cores on it. The developers only got access to one core, only using one core out of those 8. So now we're at a point between now and next gen where they have the technology to spread that workload across those multiple cores, but they got to get used to doing that and optimizing it. When you're used to just having a multi-core and developing and only using one core in the CPU, then that's what you used to. And a lot of that was going on this generation. The CPUs in the PS4 Pro and the PlayStation, they're multi-cores, but a lot of the workload was still on like 1 or 2 of the cores. So as they learn to develop games using multi-core CPUs and spreading their workload, then it'll get better from there as well.
I'm gonna pay the bills right quick. My man Top Dog said enough already with this foolery and fuckery, man. What's happening?
He said, my God.
Yeah. He said they got the win already. Jeez, come on. Don't get talk about something else.
Shout out, we got the win. Go back to DX12 and shit. Power of the cloud. It all comes back.
Top Dog, if you don't take your Professor Griff ass and sit it down somewhere.
Hey, shout out to Alex. Say let them get the W, and I can't do that because I don't recycle W's. Now we can't get them the W because they have the better looking game, you know, because we already gave it to them. And the truth is, we gave them the W when Phil Spencer said they got the most powerful console. Right now, they're screaming about another W for the most powerful console. Why are they recycling? No, I did. I did.
Okay. Well, you did.
I did.
Like I said earlier, PlayStation Nation, they was skeptical about everything.
I know. I don't get down. You know, I don't fuck around like that.
I know, bro.
I don't fuck with like motherfuckers that be saying crazy shit. I don't give a damn what platform. I can't fuck with you like that. And you're right. I made a video one time. What it was called? You can check it out. It's called Rare Discovery. I found the unicorn, and it's about a crazy fanatic pony. Y'all call them ponies. The dude was saying some wild, like it's some dudes out there that's on the Sony platform that be saying some wild shit too.
Sony owns the rights to 4K. That's a unicorn right there.
Nigga said something about 12 teraflops. I don't know. I was like, man, come on, man. nigga slapped the goddamn horn on his head. He ain't your average pony. This motherfucker a unicorn. Mythical. He's a mythical creature. And I was like,
the reason we were celebrating this like a W is because a lot of people got in their mind that the Xbox version would never be that much better than the Pro due to parity and so on. So this is the game that proved them wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Most take advantage of the X.
But this is when you know that there's a problem. And I think that's, as gamers, regardless of your platform, this is when we're supposed to actually take this time to like really start questioning, you know, Phil and Xbox. Like, yo, I love that, you know, Red Dead looking nice, but could you kind of break it down? You know what I'm saying? Can you break it down why, you know, our shit ain't been looking like this from the jump, you know? You don't even have to be mean. You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to get at them. Just ask.
Well, because it gives developers freedom. It's up to them. Because if they were forcing developers to do that shit, that'd be a whole new controversy.
But then again, it's still, we have to still have a clear understanding and give them a little bit of leeway. Again, everybody ain't Rockstar, so there's a lot of developers out there who probably want to do it but can't. They don't have the either. They ain't
got the manpower,
resources, right?
Or the finances to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, and you ain't gonna find. I don't blame the developers gonna go out there and spend $650 million on one game.
I don't even see Microsoft doing that on one game.
No, they won't do that.
I mean, Halo don't even cost that.
They put out a game like every decade, so
well, they did put $500 million into with Halo but that was with marketing though. But that was with marketing.
But that's Halo. That's Halo. Come on.
Yeah, they gonna do it with that's Halo.
Yeah, right. They gonna spend that bread. But that's the thing. That's the thing too. Like a lot of people think I'm not looking forward to Halo. Like that's another game I'm actually looking forward to. Again, I didn't fuck with the single player like that. Multiplayer was where I was at. The only reason why I got a little salty and I'm not afraid to say it is that when I was playing it so much that I couldn't. A lot of the people that say they'll be on it all the time wasn't.
Yeah.
And I don't like playing with randoms. I like playing with motherfuckers I fuck with.
Bro,
you feel me? So y'all kind of I'll holler at you back. You know, behind the
man, send me an invite anytime I rock with you, bro.
No, Postup is dog shit at Halo, man. I've seen him try.
And I'm I ain't gonna toot my own.
That's because I ain't played in years.
Hey, bro, he's lucky to get 2 kills. You think Z is dog?
What? Yo, hold on. This fuck nigga Niku
no.
trying to rain on my
I played Halo 5 with Postup, and he's like, man, this ain't no like Halo 2.
Hold on.
Hey, yo.
This fuck,
go back in time with Michael J.
Hold on. This fuck nigga Niku always trying to throw a nigga under the bus every chance he get. I
man, let's go back to Gears of War, man.
I hadn't played Halo in years. When I was playing Halo, I was on a 360.
You haven't played Halo in years?
I was part of
You haven't played Halo in years?
I'm talking about
you about to no, I think you about to pull a service record.
Look, when I played Halo, I was on the 360 and I was in the clan. Yeah. And I was a sniper. I used to get like 30, 40 kills.
Man, what the fuck you mean 30 to 40 kills?
Big team battle. Big team battle.
You got half the kills for your team.
No. Do you know how big
goddamn I hate to question your integrity.
Do you know how big team battle work?
Hey, Postup, you know Lethal's a slick with that mask, man.
Capture the flag, big team. Hold on, capture the flag, big team battle.
You are not getting.
You know how that works. But I done seen dudes on that clan get about 40, 50 kills. You playing big team battle flag, bro.
Hey, Post, you know Lethal's be using rulers and shit.
If you playing big team battle flag, and you playing a clan against another clan, and both teams are good, it'll be hard to get that. It's hard to get that flag across the map. That game could go on for a long time.
Yo, Post said they was tasing me. God damn it.
That's fuck nigga. Right, so always trying to put a nigga under the bus. Sit your ass down somewhere.
You gotta let him get a W, I guess. But let me ask you this. I want to ask Post this.
You know what? One stop.
Halo Guardian.
Hey, Post. If the MPD show that I gotta bring it up because it's gonna happen. If the MPD show that PlayStation, dominated, when it comes to sales, when it comes to Red Dead, do the Xbox still get a W? Because that would be considered an L. Or can we be fair and just say, you know what, they got a W and an L, well, it breaks even, so we give them borderline.
I look at it like this. It's
gonna both get a W.
It's gonna sell on the PlayStation regardless of how it looks. It's gonna outsell. You got a big installer base. That is something
that's true.
It's gonna happen anyway.
I'm
talking about, we're not comparing it to the price. I'm talking about just the Xbox itself. In terms of finally getting a studio to really take advantage of it, it's a W. It's not gonna outsell Sony. That's a wrap this gen.
All right, so Microsoft will be in their right weight class, LW. You know what LW lightweight.
It's a lightweight.
Lightweight.
This is pointed terms on the show now.
I think it'll be a W. Simple fact that they got serious PlayStation cats talking about, man, I can't play this shit here. The biggest game potentially not only but a generation. I think that's a W right there.
A lot of Sony cats pissed off. Like
that's.
I don't know why. See. That's the thing with me. I don't know why they mad. Like, if you can play the game and you enjoy the game, it shouldn't really matter. I like to pop. I pop shots. Everybody know I pop shots. I make jokes. But at the end of the day, it's like we talking about a game. We talking about Rockstar. Like me, the way I look at it, like I said, I'm gonna praise the actual company that made this masterpiece. I'm not gonna give nobody else the credit. I wouldn't give a fuck if it looked better on Sony platform. It was right. I'm not gonna say Sony did that. I'm gonna say Rockstar did it. Sony didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yes, they did.
What they had to do.
They gave them the platform that was capable of doing it. They provided the hardware.
Come on, man.
They provided the hardware. That's like saying you can't give PC credit when their shit is crisp and clean.
No. See, that's the thing. We don't never hear that though. Like, so let me ask you. No, we ain't talking about them damn weirdo ass nerdy PC motherfuckers that we don't talking about them. We talking about
you about to come over here like
they gonna come attack me. I know they weirdo asses is watching.
He about to come after you.
We talking about regular PC gamers. You don't hear them like man. Our shit is the definitive, because we can say that the PC version of the game is gonna be the definitive version. So if PC do get Red Dead, would Microsoft keep the LW with the PC as far as definitive goes?
Well, I look at, if the PC version come out, it will be the definitive version. And if you around some of the people around that play on PCs, Lord have mercy. This
man.
frames per second. Console gamers are plebes. Oh man, they do. Hey, they tout their PC power. Everything runs better on PC. 144 frames per second on the man, bro. They be touting all that stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Them niggas is
I got a PC. Listen, I got a PC. I know Z got a PC. There's a couple other brothers got.
Half of them niggas don't.
We don't act like that.
Frame per second, like on their too.
Hey, Z, would you tell them?
I don't act like that.
We don't
give y'all the listen. We don't give y'all the W.
We gonna give you that win.
You go.
Who lit this month?
Look, now,
Alex in here.
Yo, listen.
They winning on Amazon too.
We've been kicking your teeth in no generation. We gotta give y'all something.
Hey, yeah,
I feel like a bully right now. You heard?
Hey, look, we found a couple of them people on the floor. We picked the motherfuckers back up and put them in our mouth this month, man. Red Dead.
I mean, any W. Listen, you know, I got some cereals coming, a new brand of cereal coming out, man. X's and L's. X's and L's. Popping, bro. I think somebody say put some marshmallow in it. I don't know about the marshmallow. But we're not trying. We're gonna be like Microsoft. We're not trying to go into the Lucky Charm lane. We're trying to create our own lane and monopolize the cereal.
But what y'all think about the media changing their tune right now?
Man.
Since this game been out?
Yes.
Yo, I definitely want to tell y'all niggas they ain't no such thing as media bias. They be
on some bullshit.
Look. Media will always just go with whatever the narrative is. Like you can't say like that's how niggas make money. You can't really be like it's media bias. Like, because them niggas could have been damage controlling, but they're not. The X is doing well, so they're going to jump on that shit. Whatever's going to bring money in their pocket, that's what they're going to do. But when y'all sit there and cry about
it's all about them clicks, man.
Like, but that goes all across the board.
Sony's doing good. Everybody's going to talk about it.
Everybody talk about it,
You feel me? So now Microsoft is doing good. That's what niggas is going to talk about, right? They're looking better on Microsoft.
One game to turn around. That one game.
Bro, that's because that's how the media works. I'm telling y'all niggas, the media works that way. Like, they don't have a side in this. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, that's what y'all niggas. Y'all
like, remember when the 360 was popping? You see how they don't give a fuck.
Niggas forget that shit, man. Quick, I'm telling y'all, like the media, y'all niggas want to twist that shit.
I'll tell you this. Next year, all the games that are coming out, all the multiplexes coming out, everybody's gonna have a close eye. In the media, when it comes to like visuals, y'all gonna take that crown. But like Porter Rock said the other day, let y'all take that from now, because now y'all introducing 4K 60 or 4K 30, whatever it may be, and get people used to talking about 4K, and then Sony goes dig in there.
And then Microsoft is going to come right after them.
PS5
and then Microsoft's going to take that crown back.
The reason why I said that is
yo, need shut up.
Because they're going to release the next Xbox right after.
Look at y'all talking about streaming. Y'all going to be streaming next gen. Stop.
Look. The reason why I say that is because at the beginning of this generation, we saw the disparity between the PS4 and the original Xbox One, and there was a lot more articles out there promoting that difference between the 1080p and the 900p titles. Now we got that disparity with the X and the Pro. You really
that's how it's going to always.
You really don't see too many articles out there like that.
That's because the X wasn't putting out games like there was no games like this. I'm telling you, bro, the moment this shit start happening, they gonna talk about it. Let's be honest, that's how the media is gonna work. They always gonna want attention.
Well,
they want y'all niggas to go in the comment section and rip each other's throat. Like,
look,
especially with the gap this wide, right? Whenever you see a gap this wide, something.
But have you seen IGN's page on Facebook, the ponies and the Xbox? Like, that's what they like, my nigga. Like, go niggas over here. Like, I'm telling you, rip each other's fucking throats out. Like, that's what they like. Shit like that.
Hey, Postup, pay the bills.
Hold on, let me see here.
Yobo.
Yeah.
What was that, Yobo?
He said, "Free J Dub. Screw this weirdo Colt." Oh man, hey, I hope you still there, bro. Because that Neo Emerald Colt, hey man, they might be on the ID channel, man. I hope you still there, Yobo. Big ups to Yobo.
Yo, let me see.
But you know what? Another thing, I think a lot of Xbox guys, they need to stop clinging on to that the graphics or the resolution, because that shit haven't turned nothing around. Now, when we start, I ain't gonna lie. Now, you do have Xbox fans that go out there and be on it, man. They be like, "Yo, what's up with the games?" It ain't enough of us. We being overshadowed by too many, non-gamers. We got motherfuckers that do this shit for a living. They don't give a fuck about games. They just report on it because it's lucrative. You know what I'm saying? They get paid to do it. You feel me? So we got to get real fans, like motherfuckers that been down since day one, to actually speak up, and we need to drown these dumbasses out and ask for what matters. Games is matter, and the numbers.
Hold on. Voldemort,
I see
Voldemort with the $2 holler. He said, "Damn, kind of boring to." God of War still got it. I'm game of the year. Wait. Oh my!
Hold up! I already saw this shit on Twitter. Cali Rex, I know you're in the chat. Do you not see the hate? Are you still gonna be blind?
Cali.
Come on, we gotta
telling people God of War and Red Dead.
Yo, Top Dog said. Top Dog said Z. Top Dog said Z. Postup and Moss is not going to finish Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm on chapter 3. Not going to finish it. The fact that he could have won
God of War with Red Dead anyway.
Like I said,
God of War's winning Game of the Year. Red Dead will be
doing it one stop. They've been comparing God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why, but they've been comparing the two.
Can I say something to my
God of War runner-up? Why niggas
God of War's the runner-up.
Two games? Like I really don't know why they compare.
That's their go-to. That's their go-to game.
Can I say something to my pony brethren? Look, the way things stand right now, regardless if Red Dead Redemption were in Game of the Year, this is just still a silver lining for y'all and y'all clicking holes and shit. All right, look. Y'all still got 2 games that likely are going to be in the top 3 best-selling games this year, which is God of War and Spider-Man. So there is no need for y'all to translate the fact that y'all ain't going to get into hate.
As the Sony pony that I am, I'm tell everybody in chat to give you a fucking L. God of War is going to be Game of the Year. You bugging out, bro. Everybody get us through the L, man.
I don't know, man.
Man.
Hey, I ain't even a Rockstar.
I'm not comparing them 2 games. That's 2 different games.
It's gonna be
like comparing Fred Rogers to Kimbo Slice, man. I don't know, man.
Really? I mean, one thing saying it's gonna be Game of the Year, but comparing these 2 games is retarded, man. Come on.
They're 2 different type of games.
Graphics. And all that stuff.
God of War is the runner-up. It was a really, really good game, but they just went up against Rockstar.
That game looked beautiful too.
They just went up against Rockstar. It was an unwinnable fight.
Absolutely.
It's not an open world game.
It's not gonna get. Let me say something. This the behemoth of what Red Dead is. It's not. You know what I mean? And God of War.
They just got unlucky. If it was any other year, they would have won.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you never know, man. Don't call it out yet.
I'm calling it out right now, bro.
I mean,
you be calling out a lot of stuff, Neef. You be taking L's left and right. So
I would like for God of War to win.
What did I take an L on? No crossplay? Remember that?
Oh, shit.
You be taking L's.
Hey, remember their business? Sony was afraid of their business. You were not responsible the day of your life.
Yo, Nithu is out of control.
You be taking L's in real life. Show his face. These dudes is Avatar warriors. Stop playing, man.
Shout out to Von Lamont with the 199. He say RDR controls is big trash. Worst controls of 2018.
Now you know what?
I went into the settings. I went to the settings and it turned all my aim and acceleration and all that up. I
had to do that too.
Yeah, turn that up so it moves a lot faster. So
I mean they're gonna release a patch.
But like Nithu said, if you're what you say earlier, Nithu, if you're what's that? I'm talking about in terms of Red Dead, that feature where you do the shot.
Oh yeah, the Deadeye. You have to have your Deadeye up.
If your Deadeye is low, then your accuracy is gonna
it's gonna be all
way
wobbly.
off. Yeah, wobbly. Okay.
So what should I put my aim about? What should I put my shit on?
I don't know. Just finish the game. Just finish the game. That's it.
Ain't not gonna help you, brother. You just
exactly like.
Hey yo, aside from the story though, nobody's talking about the online and what that battle royale is gonna be like for them.
Have they confirmed that?
They even have it.
No,
they said they did. They confirmed it earlier this year. Yeah,
they confirmed it.
There's been rumors about it, but they haven't.
So when
wait, you missing kills with an aimbot on?
Oh, Wild West Battle Royale. That would be awesome.
Now, that'd be changed. That'd be good.
Hit you with my horse
or some shit. I don't know.
That'd be dope. You have a horse coming down, rocking shit. Oh, man, it's over.
Oh, I hope they don't make that. Man, I don't know. Them old ass salt shooters.
Oh. Well, that's going to make Battle Royale pretty difficult.
Man, people gonna be losing. People gonna be
hold on. Before we leave, should we bring up Postup service record? Should we check his
damn!
I told you I haven't been playing.
We talking about that 40 kills.
I told you I haven't been playing Halo in a while.
You said 40 kills.
That was on the 360.
We got that one.
So was it Halo 3?
Oh shit!
It was Halo 3?
I think it was Halo 3 or
your highest kills is 35.
You know what? A lot of people.
I was on the clan. I was in there. It was clan matches, bro.
Wait! No, I'm wrong. Your highest skill rank was 35. You're a major grade 1. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit!
What?
That's shit. Yo, post up. See, I'm with you on this.
That doesn't dispute.
You gotta beat this dude up, bro.
That doesn't dispute what I was doing.
I was a major grade 3. Let's go.
Hey, yo,
That doesn't dispute. That doesn't dispute what I was doing in my clan matches. That doesn't dispute what I was doing with my clan matches.
Do you have?
Hold on,
Do you
I'm
have
sending you the link
records?
right now. Post
You
up.
had two friend lists back.
Full of shit.
Hold on, you had 2 friend lists, right? You was able to do 100 friends on your friend list, and you was able to do 100 people in your clan, brother. What I was talking about is the games that I played big team battle with my clan.
Oh, this shit got me.
Vaughn Lamont out the trenches.
Hey, you're full of shit. I'm on your service record right now. Do you want how many kills you have in total? 543. Your kills in total is 543. You're full of
That nigga
shit.
Phil gonna be disappointed.
My kills are over 3,000.
Bro, I'm talking about
disappointed.
clan-based stuff. You tweaking, bro. You too
Hey, he went to the DA on Postup. How the hell you get them records?
I told you.
Hey, went to the DA on your Postup.
Yo, I told you, Postup don't play video games. Play Cody.
What?
I told you.
Hey, you know what?
I'm sending you this DM right now. I'm gonna put you on the screen.
You know what I think though? I'm gonna talk about something important though. Y'all think they gonna bring like microtransactions to the multiplayer though?
No. They confirmed no loot boxes, but there will be
look at Halo 3 and Halo 2.
Hey, look, man, look.
Halo 2 doesn't show shit. It just shows your total kills. That's it.
Vaughn Lamont with the $2.
Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Vaughn Lamont with the $2 hauler. He coming out the trench post up. He said, "Neff, you trash at COD though."
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trash at Call of Duty. I'm never gonna.
Yeah, he up here talking about me. That nigga up there getting 4-5 kills to call it.
I never said I was good at fucking Call of Duty.
Yo, oh man, y'all gotta get this. Y'all gotta start fighting this thing
Halo 2. Look at Halo 2 and Halo 3. Fuck is you talking about?
I just named your Halo 3 stats.
Ain't none blocked on my
Halo 3
I don't block nothing. I don't block nothing. Look at Halo 2.
Damn.
Look at Halo 2 and Halo 3.
How about this? How about
you can look at Halo.
How about you get on Halo right now?
You can look at Halo 5 too.
Hold on. Scroll down and look at this shit. Scroll down and look at this shit.
You can look at Halo 5.
Oh wait, hold on. You gotta sign in, Z.
Oh man, they stay doing it.
I know. That's lethal. He stay trying to throw a motherfucker under the bus.
Yo, word.
Oh man.
Look at Halo 2.
He got the mean unibrow, man.
Look at Halo 2, Halo 3, and look at Halo 5. I don't lock shit, nigga.
And Halo 2, you got over 6,000 kills. That's all it says. Almost 7,000. And you played 8,500 games.
Hit that like button.
That's all it says for your Halo.
Yo, how about y'all just go at it one-on-one?
And your total death is 62,000.
That nigga made that nigga run away, bro.
Like,
yeah, you're like you're not even 2.0, Katie.
Hold the phone. Hold my man Post.
Look up mine.
My man Post. He ain't
nobody.
Yo, look at that shit. He ain't 543 total kills.
He ain't pull his pistol out. God,
yo, check mine. Yo, I was big on Halo. Check mine out.
Ain't nobody fraud.
Cameron on 212. CAMRON 212.
Let me grab my Halo 2 stats.
Pull up.
I got your Halo 2 stats right now. Hey, no,
Hey,
this is Halo 3.
I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter on my shit, right? Hold on.
All right, let's go to Halo Waypoint. You can find it.
You can go to Halo 5 too. You can look at all that.
Hey, Z, go to Halo 3 up in the top right. Go to the Halo 3 on the top right.
I am on
Halo 2.
I'm on the Halo 3 overview. Which one we go to now?
Yeah, go to Halo 2.
Lethal's done pulled off the damn Texas Instruments.
It's to the right hand side. It says Halo 3 there with the drop down.
Oh my god. Hey.
Is at the top right.
Paul said, nah, you was looking at motherfucking Halo Wars too. Nah, hold on.
Nigga, I ain't got shit to hide, nigga. Fucking
yeah, put that shit to Halo 2.
I'm on Halo 2 right now.
Man, that's horrible.
This is Halo 2.
That's all it shows, post up.
Yo, Neef, look at your Twitter. I just sent you my handle so you can see.
Oh, all right. Let's put this one up.
Yeah.
See, I know Alex is a killer. All right.
Yo, listen, Yo, somebody make a meme of Post right now, please.
Talking about I had all these kills, level 35, 543 kills. Fuck out of here. Hold on, man. Bring up his Halo 5 real quick. Let's compare to K-Megas. Let's compare to K-Megas.
Well, you can't put me in that court.
Yo, all I thought was
Halo 2 and 3 heavy. Anything else is
Post up. Let's go. Let's get out here and get some hot water cornbread, bro. Let's get out.
Nigga, that nigga ain't that dude ain't fake. That shit, nigga.
Who's gonna make Post Up meme today, yo?
My shit open. I don't have shit from nobody, nigga.
Shit.
You not K-Mega.
You said only person I'm afraid is God. I ain't gonna be scared of him.
You can go to Halo.
God.
You can go to Halo 5 too, even though I don't play that no more. You can go to Halo 5 too.
He said, Jeff, you can hype, but you can't fight. Say that shit in my face.
Oh shit, my stomach. Go to Halo 5. Go to Halo 5 too.
Oh shit, look at Alex. His highest level was 45 and he has way more kills than you.
Give me the link.
Go to Halo 5 too.
I'm gonna send you the link to Alex.
Hey, Post, you got to like Larry Holmes.
No, go to Halo 5 too.
I'm home for Halo 5, man.
Your Halo 5 is trash. You don't want to see that shit.
It don't matter. I told you I ain't played it in a while. Fuck what you talking about?
Pop off.
Exactly.
Pop off. What's going on, Pop?
Overdone in the chat. Overdone, make this goddamn meme.
Yo, make that a meme. I need some memes for my Twitter.
Nigga, make his Call of Duty 6 kills, man. Fuck is you talking about?
That boy
I was never claiming as good at Call of Duty. You're forgetting
nigga, you claim you good at every shooting game. Fuck, nigga.
No. When did I ever say that?
Yo, if y'all niggas want to donate Call of Duty on the Xbox, I'll rock out Blackout. What's up?
Hey, yo, Post up.
Blackout's good, man.
Hey, Post. Hey, I told you don't trust nobody with a voice like that.
Hey, yo, man, yo. Hey, yo, they say, yeah. They say Jeff sound like a firefighter, yo. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look at Alex's shit.
Some post said I'm not K-Mega. Like,
I'm not K-Mega. I don't have my shit. I don't lie about.
No, we can look at K-Megas right now.
I don't lie.
You want to look at K-Mega?
I don't lie about completing shit or none of that. Or you don't have to question none of that. All my shit open, yo.
What's in question is that 45 kills you claim you was getting, Post. That's what's in question.
That was on the clan-based match.
That was on a land-based match. Like a land party. When you
see the clan information
to the next Xbox. Oh,
do you see the clan information up there?
Oh, nah. I don't see nobody KKK. I don't see nobody KKK.
Thank you.
These are those.
Hey, hold on. Before you leave, Z, I sent you K-Mega shit.
They forgot Halo 2. Halo 2. Halo had a clan feature built in where you have able to have up to 100-member clan. That information is not up there. I said those kills was.
So you're talking about custom games?
No, it was not custom. Nigga, how long you been playing Halo? When did you start playing Halo?
Talking about?
Oh, I forgot. You young as hell, boy.
Hey, Nithos, how tall is you, man? They gonna
man. Oh shit!
Hey, hold on. Yeah. You said K-Mega's been hiding his shit. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, man.
I didn't say K-Mega was hiding.
No, I'm not talking about you. About people.
It was questioning whether he completed Halo or not.
K-Mega can't hide.
They say they question whether he completed Halo or not, or some shit like that was going on.
I told your ass Post up. I told you Post up. You didn't listen to me. That was your ass.
Let's go down. Let's go down to Halo 4. Let's go down to Halo 3. Let's see what's going on.
This nigga K-Mega, bro.
They didn't play Halo 3 at all.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yo, Mega went straight from Halo 1 to Halo 4.
He didn't touch Halo 2. He didn't touch Halo 2.
I'm done.
Yeah, he ain't
no
Xbox. He went straight to Halo 4. He got that.
Check Halo 2.
No,
check Halo 2.
No, hell no. He wasn't playing that.
That nigga shit.
Check his Halo. Check his Halo 2. Check his Halo 2.
I told you straight to Halo 4.
that nigga shit look horrible.
But he be the first one talking about, yeah, but when Halo come out.
He never played Halo 2. He never played it.
He ain't never played
Matter
Halo
of fact, the clan was built into Halo 2.
I'm telling you, that deer meat is clogging up his arteries, man.
That's some fucking custom game. That counts.
Yo, how you play Halo 2, man?
Clan battles wasn't custom.
Hey, man,
clan battles was built into the matchmaking.
I believe you, Post.
Yeah.
I believe you, Post. Hey, fuck it, man. Post had 100 years.
Your total thing would be shown, Post Up. So if you were in the clan battles and those counted, it would count for your...
No. It was separate. What is the fuck is you talking? Nigga,
how was it separate?
I can call my brother in here right now because he was in the same.
So you're calling your brother on me?
Fuck, nigga. He was in the same clan.
Hey, come on, now, goddamn.
What you think gonna call his uncle?
You just said I sound like a firefighter. Now you're calling your brother on me.
Nigga, I didn't say that. Nigga, they said
you're calling your brother on me now.
I didn't even say that.
I told y'all do the cop, man. Do the cop. So you're telling me you're gonna call your brother on me? The boy said.
He said post up like the old kung flu flick. He gonna call his uncles on him.
He said,
I forgot this nigga young. He started playing Halo around Halo.
Got it. Post said, I ain't got no time for games. I'm a grown ass man, man. But listen, guys. If you guys enjoyed this show today, man, as always,
hit that like button.
Hit the like button, man. Let me give a big round of applause to my man Ian Alden that swung by today. Hope we get him on the show more often. Ian, you there, brother?
Yes.
I'm hoping these brothers ain't scare you, man. So they just cut up some time. I mean, you get used. You fit right in with the crew, man.
Y'all don't get no entertainment like this nowhere else, man. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button, man. Shit went less. Shout out to One Stop and swung by, man.
This shit better than Comic
Hey, man, he said, man.
They said K Mega's new name is K Mega 075.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yo, where's that overdone guy? He needs to make these memes.
Yeah, man. But listen, man. Shout out to everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Whatever we doing tomorrow. Whatever's the case. Something come out. We do a show tomorrow. Get something together. But we out of here, man. Look like Z. We sound like the criminal, the villain from Black Lightning. Fuck Jamal King got jokes. Yeah, all right, man. But we'll catch you guys later on when we out of here.
One.